From the vibrant fairways of South Korea to the biggest stages of international women's golf, one narrative is standing out in 2025, the dominant rise of stars emerging through the KLPGA system, and how they are reshaping global competition. This year we're not simply witnessing isolated wins, we're seeing a systemic surge, a deep talent pool, a refined training ecosystem, and a cultural backbone that gives Korean golfers a distinctive edge. At the center of this story is the dynamic leaderboard of 2025. For example, in the K rankings for the KLPGA, Yoo Hyun-jo holds the top spot with an average of 10.5756 points across 50 events. Following close behind are Seung-hui, 9.1746, 60 events, and Lee Yo-won, 8.4367, 54 events. These figures reflect relentless activity, depth of competition, and consistent performance. The 2025 KLPGA schedule itself highlights prize funds of over 1 billion KRW for many tournaments, signaling serious investment in the domestic game. So how did the KLPGA ecosystem become such a powerhouse, and why are their stars now dominating internationally? It begins with a rigorous domestic circuit. Before Korean players often step onto the global stage, they cut their teeth against formidable peers at home where every event feels like a major. The result, when they venture into the wider world, they're already seasoned, mentally battle-hardened, and technically refined. Over the past decade the training culture has evolved into one of precision, hours of repetition, smart use of biomechanics, swing analysis, data-driven coaching, and early tournament exposure. Add to that the Korean mindset, respect for coaches, a culture of continuous improvement, high expectations from early on, and you get a generation ready not just to compete, but to lead. In 2025 we're seeing both veteran champions and rising stars carry this forward. Players like Yoo Hyun-jo and Lee Yo-won dominate the KLPGA rankings. Rookies such as Hwang Yoo-min, born 2003, are already making waves, proving that the pipeline is deep and future-ready. Meanwhile, Korean players on the international front continue to climb the world rankings, fueled by the foundation built at home. This global influence is no longer tentative, it is direct. The KLPGA isn't simply feeding global tours, it's producing world-class athletes who consistently contend, win, and redefine standards. The culture behind these successes matters. In Korea, golf is not treated merely as a sport, it is a discipline. Young players learn early that each swing is part of something bigger, a family legacy, a national expectation, a personal journey. Coaches emphasize mental conditioning as much as physical mechanics, how to stay calm under pressure, how to execute when fatigued, how to reset after a bad hole. That mental edge translates into performance. When the global cameras shine on the 18th green, many Korean players show not surprise, but steadiness. They shrug off turbulence and focus on the process. The combination of this mental resilience with technical mastery makes them formidable adversaries on any tour. Technology and analytics play a growing role in 2025. Many KLPGA academies now use high-speed cameras, launch monitors, motion capture systems, and even AI tools to dissect every aspect of a player's swing and movement. Where once raw talent might have sufficed, now repeatable excellence is the goal. It's not just being able to hit long drives, it's being able to hit them consistently under pressure, with smart course management, with an ability to adapt to wind, terrain, and tournament dynamics. In one sense, what Korean players are mastering is not just golf, it's reliable golf. That reliability is what elevates them from contenders to dominators. Another key dimension is how the KLPGA Tour itself has grown in status, resources, and visibility. In 2025 the tour offers major prize funds, enhanced media coverage, and stronger sponsorship, making it attractive enough that top talent may stay longer on the domestic circuit, but at the same time, they are fully global ready. This means the transition from Korean events to the global stage is smoother and the domestic competition is richer. The world watches because when Koreans tee it up, many expect they will be in contention. That expectation creates its own pressure, but Korean players seem to thrive under it. Importantly, the global effect of Korean golf is no longer unidirectional. It isn't just Korean players winning abroad, it's the entire ecosystem influencing global standards. Coaches from across Asia and beyond look to Korean training centers. International players travel to Korea to get exposure. Equipment manufacturers partner with Korean teams. Even tournaments consider the Korean fan base, media, and commercial value. The dominance is contagious, and the KLPGA methodology is becoming a blueprint for success. As we look into specific narratives for 2025, one storyline stands out: the rise of younger players who are breaking through earlier. Hwang Yoo-min, for example, having turned professional recently, already has wins and strong finishes internationally. Her emergence shows how quickly the ladder is moving. Similarly, Ina Yoon, born 2003, turned pro at 19, joined the LPGA Tour in 2025 and achieved a tied 14 finish at the US Women's Open. These players didn't follow the old gradual path, they're making impact quickly, aided by the system, culture, and preparation behind them. The generational shift means that Korean domination won't just persist, it will evolve, adapt, and expand. Of course, dominance also means expectations. When any Korean player enters an international field, she does so under the weight of legacy and anticipation. Many viewers and commentators expect her to contend, which means her margin for error shrinks. But here again the training shows itself. Korean players often handle these expectations with poise, treating pressure as routine rather than exceptional. That ability, turning external expectation into internal composure, is essential in global tournaments where conditions change, adversity hits, and mental strength matters as much as ball striking. And while the focus is on women's golf, the broader significance is cultural and strategic. Korea's investment in women's sport, the professionalization of training facilities, the attention to detail, and the commercialization of the tour all underscore a shift in how women's golf is viewed globally. It's not a secondary circuit, it is a frontline circuit. The standards set by KLPGA stars ripple outward, influencing what excellence means, whether in the LPGA, LET, or other international tours. As we approach the closing chapters of 2025, the question shifts, not will Korean players dominate, but how much further can they push boundaries? Will we see more Korean major championship wins this year? Will younger players move from breakout to breakthrough? Will the training models expand to other countries, and if so, will they match or adapt the Korean model? The story is rich, and the momentum is undeniable. In the end, the rising wave of KLPGA stars isn't just about golfers winning tournaments, it's about rewriting the rules of what preparation, mindset, and development look like in women's golf. From the early amateurs practicing in dawn light, to the elite players walking the world's toughest courses, the journey is long, and the destination is excellence. So when a Korean player steps onto the tee box in a major tournament, remember, behind that swing is years of discipline, a culture of resilience, a network of support, and a system that expects nothing less than mastery. The era of KLPGA dominance in women's golf isn't a phase, it's a legacy in motion. And in 2025, that legacy is stronger than ever.